Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the second game of this doubleheader here on June 28th. And leading off for the Yankees, DH and his White. Batting second, playing short is Staley. Batting third, playing first base is Chambliss. Batting fourth, playing right field is Jackson. Batting fifth, playing left field is Piniella. Batting sixth, playing center field is Blair. Batting seventh, playing second base is Garcia. Batting eighth, on the catching is Heath. Batting ninth, playing third base is Doyle. And on the mound, making his first start for the Yankees, Larry McCall. And for the hometown Milwaukee Brewers, you have leading off playing second base Molitor, batting second playing first Money, batting third on the DH is Davis, batting fourth playing center field is Heisel, batting fifth playing left field is Ogilvy, batting sixth playing right field is Lescano, batting seventh playing third base is Bando, batting eighth playing shortstop is Yount, and batting ninth on the catching is Martinez, and on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers is Jerry Augustine. And let's get down here to Milwaukee and get this game started. And the lead it off for the Yankees is Rory White, batting 229 with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. This is Jerry's 17th start. He's 7-9 with a 4.47 ERA. Here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 7, and that's going to be a lead-off single. So White gets aboard here in the top of the first with a single. That brings up Fred Stanley. And Stanley is batting 250 on the year with 1 homer and 4 RBIs, and they're going to do a little hit and run, try to stay out of the double play. And he gets a hold of this one. Stanley does. See where this one lands at. And that's going to be hit into the gap out there in right field. And with the runner on the move, the Yankees are going to get on the board here, and it is 1-0, just like that, before these Brewer fans could get in their seats. And Stanley's down at second, still nobody out. And Chris Chambliss comes to the plate, batting 244 with 6 homers and 44 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Yount makes the catch, and there's one down. Here comes Reggie Jackson up now, and Jackson batting 319 with 20 homers and 44 RBIs, and that's going to be a ground ball, 22 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 1, and that's going to be a line driving the runner. And that's going to be a line drive down the second. Fred gets back. Doesn't get doubled off. Now there's 2 down. And 1-1 for Piniella. And Lou's batting 317 with 3 homers and 26 RBIs. And that ball's well hit. And he's going to double your fun, double your pleasure, and double your lead here with double mint gum, probably. I'll say he's going to do more than that. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Lou Piniella has just made this a 3-0 ball game. Yankees taking over did in that first game. And now you got Paul Blair up batting 217 with a homer and 5 RBIs, and he homered in the first game of this doubleheader. That's going to be a deep fly ball, but Ogilvy's got room, makes the catch. That'll end the inning. But 3 runs scored, 2 of them on the Lou Piniella homer. The Yankees 3, the Brewers coming to the plate with Molitor, Money, and Davis. And Paul's batting 226 with 5 homers and 19 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Paul. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie and right. And there's 1 down. And that brings up Money now. And Money's batting 186 with 6 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And we don't got Mr. Nettles down there. And Brian's going to bobble that one. That's going to be an E5. So Money gets aboard here. You got Davis up with 1 out, runner on first. Can Yanks get a double play? Davis is batting .317 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Fred calls for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And Larry comes to the plate here. And Heisel's batting .269 with 16 homers and 44 RBIs. And that's a ground ball down to Fred. He goes the short way over to second. The Brewers strand 1. We go to the top of the second. It is 3-0 New York. You got the bottom part of the order due up here. Garcia, Heath, and Doyle. Garcia batting .143 with no homers and no RBI. And he gets a base hit in the right field, a leadoff single. Yankees cashed in the first with the leadoff batter getting aboard. Can they do it here in the second? You got Mike Heath making his first appearance of the year for the Yankees. No, second appearance, sorry. He's 0-1. So looking for his first base hit. And that's going to be a 43 and a 36. And that's going to be a rare play. Rare play. Okay. 43 and a 36. Excuse me. 29. And the team 7. 7, 9, 14, 22. And it was a rain delay, and the pitcher's grades are going to drop by 6. So they'll both be 1s. So now they're both 1s. So a rain delay here. And you got a runner at first. And here's the pitch to Heath now after the rain delay. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Molitor's up with it. He fires over to Yount, over to Money, and that's a 4-6-3 double play. And now Brian's up, and Brian's batting .105 on the year with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jerry. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees 3, the Brewers nothing. You got Ogilvy due up here for the Brewers, followed by Lescano and Bando. Ogilvy's batting .312 with 10 homers and 31 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to McCall. He tosses it over to Chambliss, and there was a 1 down. Lescano's up now, and he's batting .283 on the year with 8 homers and 32 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And you got 1 on with 1 out for Sal Bando. And Bando's batting .255 with 5 homers and 20 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, and Larry, after the rain delay, is not looking too sharp here. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. It's a one-run ball game. Sal Bando with his 6th homer of the year. There's nobody on. And 1 out for Robin Yount. Yount's batting .222 with 4 homers and 24 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brian. This time he makes the play over to first, and there's 2 down. And Buck Martinez comes to the plate, batting .236 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Fred. Now to end the inning, but the 2-run homer by Bando makes it a 3-2 ball game. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Got the top of the order due up here for the Yankees. White, Stanley, and Chambliss. White is 1 for 1, came around the score back in the 1st. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So White gets aboard here with the leadoff single again. And we're going to do another hit and run here with Fred Stanley again, trying to stay out of that double play. Fred doubled and drove in White his first time up. And that's going to be with a runner in motion. I think that's going to be a perfect hit and run. And it is. That's a perfect hit and run. The runner's going to get the 3rd. So 2 times the hit and run works out. This time now you got 1st and 3rd and nobody out. And Chambliss comes to the plate. And that's going to probably get the bullpen up here. Chambliss is 0 for 1, popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Infield's going to be back. 46 and a 2. Probably fielding column 1. Just barely fielding column 1. 1st and 3rd. And that's going to be the double play, but the run will score. That'll be the 1-6-3 double play. So nobody on. 2 outs for Reggie Jackson, but it's now a 4-2 ball game. And Reggie's 0 for 1, lined out the second his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball back to Jerry. That'll end the inning. The Yankees score 1. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the order due up here for the Brewers. Molitor, Money, and Davis. Paul is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Piniella. He makes the catch out left for out number 1. And now you got Don Money up. He's 0 for 1, but he did reach on an error his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit into left field. So now a 1-out single. The tying run comes to the plate in Davis. And Davis is 0 for 1 today. And that's a ground ball down the short. And the only play will be over the first. Runner will get in the scoring position, but now there's 2 outs for Larry Heisel. And Larry is 0 for 1, grounding into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brian at 3rd. And he'll fire across the diamond. And the Brewers strand 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 4-2 New York. You got Piniella due up, followed by Blair and Garcia. Piniella homered a 2-run shot back in the 1st. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Molitor. He fields it cleanly over to first, and there's 1 out. And Paul Blair comes up. He's 0 for 1, flew out the deep left field his first time up. And that's a ground ball down to Rockin' Robin. He fields it, fires over to Money, and there's quickly 2 down here in the 4th. And can Garcia get something going? He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Garcia's having a heck of a game here. So he's aboard here with 2 outs. And Mike Heath is up. And Heath is 0 for 1, grounding into a 4-6-3 double play his last time up. That's going to be popped up down the third. Nope, down the short. Yount calls for it, makes the catch. And out of an inning, the Yankees strand 1. To the bottom of the 4th we go. We got Ogilvie due up, Lescano and Bando. Ben is 0 for 1, grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that's going to be a nice play out there by Blair. He chases that one down, makes a nice catch. Takes a hit away from Ogilvie. And that brings Lescano up now with 1 out. He singled and came around to score in the 2nd. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And that was a big catch out there by Blair, because it would have been a tie ball game. Now it's a 4-3 game. And Bando's up now. And Sal is 1 for 1. He had a 2-run homer his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Doyle at third. And that'll be out number 2. Rockin' Robin comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Blair. But the homer by Lescano makes it a 1-run game. It's 4-3 New York. We go to the top of the 5th. You got Doyle due up, and then we're back to the top of the order in White and Stanley. See, the Yankees are 52-21. They've scored 362 runs on 78 homers, 51 stolen bases, and 12 caught stealing. The Brew Crew are 39-34. They've scored 338 runs, 94 homers, 41 stolen bases, and been caught 20 times. Here's the pitch to Brian. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jerry. He's been busy today. That'll be out number 1. And White comes to the plate now. He is 2 for 2 and scored both times. Can he keep it up? And he gets on board again here with a base on balls. Fred Stanley says, let's do another hit and run. He's a perfect 2 for 2 today. And that's going to be a 20 and a 54. And that's going to be hit down the second, and a 54 and a 7 is probably going to be fielding column 3. And it is. And on a hit and run, that's going to be safe at first. The runner's going to get the third on the E4. And E4, and now you got first and third and 1 out. First and third, 1 out on the air. Fred's been on base all 3 times along with White. Now Chambliss is up, and Chris is 0 for 2. He has popped up, and he did ground into a 1-6-3 double play his last time up. Let's see if he can do better this time. And that's going to be a base on balls. Bases are loaded for Reginald Martinez Jackson. Can he bust this game up open for the Yanks? Reggie is 0 for 2 today. He is lined out and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be a 46. I think that'll be fielding column 1. And that's probably going to be a double play here. 46, barely fielding column 1. And that is going to be a double play. That's going to be the 1-2-3 double play. The old 1-2-3 double play. And that ends the inning. The Yankees' bases loaded. Don't score. And let's see if that bites them in the butt here. So we go to the bottom of the 5th in a 4-3 ball game. Got Martinez due up, followed by Molitor and Money. Buck is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Chris. He takes it himself for out number 1. Paul Molitor comes up now. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's Larry's first strikeout of the ball game. Now there's 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. Don Money comes to the plate. And Money's 1 for 2. But he's been on base both times. He has reached on an error and singled. Not this time. Well, might be. He might reach on an error again. And he does. That's an E2. My Heath, he can't handle that Baltimore chop. Tying run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Dick Davis is 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 21 and a 3. That'll barely be column number 2. And he'll fire over the second, go the short way. And that'll end the inning. The Brewers strand 1. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still a 4-3 ball game here. Pinella is up, followed by Blair and Garcia. Lose 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. That's going to be a deep fly ball out to right field. Lescano makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Blair comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. So 2 fly balls, 2 outs here for the Yankees. Garcia, who is a perfect 2 for 2 today. Can he get on base and get a 2-out rally started? Not this time. That's a swing and a miss. The Yankees go down in order. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Got Heisel due up, followed by Ogilvie and Lescano. And Larry is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field, I believe. Yep, and Pinella's going to screw the pooch. That's going to be a single. And the batter's going to get the second on the air. Not what the Yankees wanted here. In the bottom of the 6th, now you got Ogilvie up. And Ben is 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And let's see here if Larry with nobody else going to try to score. Be a 46. 24. 24. They're going to send him 24. A 46 or lower. And he's thrown out at the plate. Nice job by Paul Blair. A single in the center field, and Blair throws him out at the plate. Paul Blair keeps this a 1-run ball game. Nice job. Tip of the cap to Blair. Now you got a runner at first and 1 out for Lescano. And Lescano is 2 for 2 with a homer in this game. Here's the pitch to Lescano. And that's a deep fly ball. Blair goes back, makes another nice play. And John D.F.W. joins us here. Now there's 2 outs and a runner still at first. Sal Bando's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Brian at third. He fires across the diamond. And thanks to Paul Blair's nice play out there in center field, throws the runner out at the plate. It's still a 4-3 ball game. We go to the top of the 7th, and I think that's going to be it for Jerry with that rain delay. Pitched a good ball game. Let's see who's going to come in here. You got the righty and a lefty and a switch hitter coming up, but I don't think they got a lefty in the bullpen, and they don't. So Randy Stein's going to come in the game. Randy Stein is going to come in here with the rain delay. That's pretty darn good to pitch 6 innings. So Stein will come in. Where's Randy at? And this is Randy's 13th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.38 ERA. He'll have Heath and Doyle, the bottom part of the order, and then it'll turn over to White. And Mike Heath is 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Heath, and that's going to be a 22. That's the catcher, a 46 and a 7. 46 and a 7. That's barely fielding column 2. And that's going to be a strikeout. Drops the ball, but he fires down the first to get Heath. Stein strikes out Heath. And now Brian Doyle comes up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out both times to the pitcher. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ogilvie. 2 quick outs here in the 7th. And Troy White comes up. Can White get something going? He's a perfect 2 for 2. He's walked in this game. Can he get a board here for the 4th time? And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So White, a perfect 3 for 3 and a walk. He's been on base all 4 times. Now Stanley's up, and Stanley's been on base all 4 times. He's 2 for 3, but he reached on an error his last time up. Stanley get on base and keep this going. That's going to be a base on balls. And the Yankees are making some noise here in the 7th with 2 outs. And can Chris Chambliss come up with a big 2-out base hit? They give the Yankees some breathing room. It's a 1-run lead. Chambliss is 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up. And that's not going to get the job done. It's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he'll go the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees strand 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 4-3 ball game. And that's going to be it for Larry. He goes 6 innings, like I say, with that rain delay. Let's see here. You got Bando, Yount, and Martinez due up. Then Molitor and Monday. The lefties don't. And he got, one lefty in the lineup. So the Goose might come in here, try to do a 3-inning save here with all these righties. We'll see. But the Goose is coming in the game. Turning the Goose loose here in the 7th. You can see the team comparisons here with the Yankees being 52-21, batting .274 on the year with a .329 on base percentage. They're slugging .423 with an OPS of .752. The Brewers are 39-34, batting .261 with a .326 on base percentage, slugging .403 with an OPS of .728. This is Goose's 24th game. He is 1-0 with 20 saves on the year with no ERA. He's got the bottom part of the order due up here in the 7th. Yount, Martinez, and Molitor due up. Robin is 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Chambliss takes it himself, and there's 1 out. Buck Martinez comes to the plate now. And Buck is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll be out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order in Paul Molitor. He is 0 for 3 today. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play. 22 and a 36. That'll be 18. That'll be hit down the first. Chambliss is down there today. And Chambliss makes a nice play. Tosses it over to Goose covering. And that'll win the inning. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 4-3 game. You got the big boys due up here. Jackson, Piniella, and Blair. Let's see if the Yankees can give Goose a cushion here instead of just that 1-run lead. Reggie is 0 for 3. He is lined out, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. That'll be out number 1. Lou Piniella has had a 2-run homer in this game. He's 1 for 3. And that's a fly ball out the center field. They're hitting him hard, but right at people in that outfield. Can Paul Blair get on here with 2 outs? Blair's 0 for 3 today. He's flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 43 and a 2. I might drop in. And that is going to drop in for a single. Blair gets aboard here with a 2-out single. And now Garcia comes up with a runner down at first and 2 outs, and he is 2 for 3. 2 singles and a strikeout. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still a 4-3 ball game. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. Money, Davis, and Heisel against the Goose. And Money is 1 for 3. And that's going to be a rare play. 51 and a 37. And that ball's going to be hit out to right field. Pinella's out there. And that's not going to be good. 56 and a 2. And that'll be fielding column 3. Fielding column 3. I shouldn't have done that. 51. That was a 9. Oh, it wasn't hit out. It was hit out to Reggie. Reggie's out there. That's going to be first, second, and third on an error. F runner scores. Nope. A 3-base freaking error on Reggie Jackson. An E9. And the batter's going to get the whole way to third. And they're going to have to bring the infield in. Reggie Jackson screws the pooch out there. A 3-base error. So runner down at third, nobody out in a 4-3 ball game. Infield in, Davis at the plate. Let's see what the Yankees and Goose can do here. Can they pitch around this error? Davis is 0 for 3. He has popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound with the infield in. That'll be a strikeout. Big strikeout by Goose. There's 1 down. Larry's at the plate now. He is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts by Goose. Goose taking it on his back. Now there's 2 outs. The infield can play back. And can Goose get out of this mess with nobody scoring? Ben Ogilvy is 1 for 3. And that's going to be the team. That's going to be a fly ball popped up behind the plate. Heath makes the catch, and Goose pitches around that 3-base error. Nice job by Goose. Gets Reggie off the hook. We go to the top of the 9th, and that's going to be it for Randy Stein. Who we got coming up here? Got the righty, a lefty, and a switchy. And again, they don't have no lefty in the bullpen. Let's see here who they're going to bring out to pitch the 9th. And Bob McClure looks like he's going to come out here and pitch the 9th. Bob McClure is going to come out here and pinch the. He is a lefty. I didn't realize that. Bob's a lefty, so Bob's going to come out here and pitch the ninth. Saying they didn't have a lefty in there. So McClure is going to come out. He'll face Heath, Brian Doyle, and then White. Just looking here. That's what we'll do. That's probably what we'll do. Alrighty, just looking to see what we're going to do here in the bottom of the ninth defensively. So you got Heath up. He's 0 for 3. Can Heath get a board here? That's going to be a pop up down the second. Paul calls for it, makes the catch, and there's one out. Brian Doyle comes to the plate. Brian is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and flown out the left. And that's going to be a pop up. Nope, that's a ground ball rather. It's a ground ball down the third. And there's quickly 2 outs. And White comes to the plate. And Roy is having one hell of a game. He is 3 for 3 today with a walk and has scored twice. And that's the first time they've gotten him out. A fly ball out to center field. The Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. And we're going to make some defensive changes here. Nettles is going to come in the game. Tommy Thompson's going to come in the game. So Nettles and Thompson's going to come in the game. Nettles is going to come in the game for Garcia. Brian will move over to second. And Nettles will play third. So go to the bench here. So Nettles will come in. He'll bat in the 7th spot for Garcia and play third. Brian will go to second. And Gary will come in. He'll bat in the 4th spot for Reggie and play right field. So Nettles comes in. Gary comes in. And I think that's all we want to do here. So now we got a new third baseman, a new second baseman, and a new right fielder. And you got Lescano, Bando, and Yount due up. Lescano and Bando's both homered in this game. Lescano is 2 for 3 with a homer. Yeah, I understand that problem, John. Yep. I completely understand that. That's why I got all these projects going on. I got the 2 bats leagues, the 78 league. Yeah, I understand. Here's the pitch to Lescano. And that's going to be a ground ball. And of course, as soon as Nettles comes in the game, the ball finds him. He fires over to first. And that's out number 1. And now Sal Bando's up. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The goose strikes Sal out. And that is now 2 down. And the Brewers are down to their last out. Rockin' Robin Yount. He is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Yount. And that's going to be ground ball down the nettles. He fires over to first, and that ends the ball game. The Yankees hang on and get a split here in this doubleheader. Win 4-3. Look here at the mock score. Yankees had 4 errors and still won the game. That big error by Reggie. The Goose was able to pitch around it. That was impressive. A 3-base error. The Yankees, 4 runs, 9 hits, and the 4 errors we just talked about. The Brewers, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Top of the order, look at that, was a combined 5 for 7. White was 3 for 4. Stanley was 2 for 3. The Yankees were only 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Lou Piniella with the big 2-run homer. Yankees left 6 men on base. The only multiple hit player was Lescano with the homer. Lescano and Bando with homers. The Brewers are only 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. McCall gets his win, his first win of the year. He's 1-0, goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked nobody, struck out 1, gave up 2 homers. Remember, there was a rain delay. That's why I took him out, even though they was pitching pretty good. Goose comes in, pitches 3 innings, gets his 21st save with 3 strikeouts. Jerry Augustine goes to 7-10, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 1, and gave up a homer. Stein comes in, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and McClure comes in, 1 inning of pitch. Now we'll finish the rest of the American League here. And you got Kansas City traveling out to California to take on the Angels. And the Angels 10-9. What's the star? Walk-off? Yeah, walk-off. Let's see how many innings. Don Baylor had 2 homers and 4 RBIs in the game. See what inning that was. 11th inning. And was it a walk-off homer? Let's see here. Let's see if it was a walk-off homer. No, it wasn't. No. It was an RBI single. And the next game will be the Tigers taking on the Indians in Cleveland. And the Tigers win 6-4 on 12 hits and 1 run. The Indians 11 hits and 1 run. Oh, they're playing a doubleheader. Can the Tigers sweep the Tribe in Cleveland? Will the home team get a split? And the Tigers beat up on the Indians, scalp them in the second one. 20 hits, 12 runs on 20 hits and no errors. The Indians only 3 runs on 10 hits. Oh, Milt, he pitched around some trouble, it looks like. Now you got the Rangers taking on the A's. And what's this? Is this another? Throws a complete game. His 7th of the year, Doyle Alexander. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Rangers. A's 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Then you got the White Sox traveling up to Seattle to take on the Mariners. Hey, Abbott. Got Abbott on the mound here for the Mariners. And the Mariners beat up on the White Sox 13 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. White Sox 2 runs on 8 hits. and 1 error. And the last game in the American League on the 28th is the Orioles and Blue Jays. Orioles have been playing some damn good baseball lately. See if they can keep it up. Scotty McGuire going up against Jim Lancey. See what happens here in Toronto. Yeah, 25 and 45. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm trying to get them to 70 wins. It's going to be a struggle. The Blue Jays win. Another star. Carte hit a grand slam, single-handedly beat the Orioles. How about that? Rico 4, Orioles 2. Orioles 2 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The Blue Jays 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard after June 28th for the American League. The Yankees are now 9.5 games up on the Red Sox. The Tigers are 12 games back. The Brewers are 14. And the Blue Jays, with that win, moves ahead of the Orioles. They're 17.5 games back. The Orioles are now 18, and they have lost 2 in a row. And the Tribe's 24 games back. And out west, the Twins are a game and a half up on Kansas City. The White Sox are 2 games back. The Rangers 2.5. Angels 5.5. Oakland 7.5. And Seattle is 15.5 games back. Jim Rice is leading the American League in batting, home runs, and RBIs, batting .262, 26 homers, and 80 RBIs. And the Gators now back leading the league with a 1.82 ERA. Ed Figueroa with 12 wins, and the Goose just picked up his 21st save of the year. And Jim Rice is leading in the MVP voting, and Ed Figueroa leading in the Cy Young. And the next game on the channel will be the Braves, as John was just talking about, with their record of 25 and 45. It's not the worst record, though. You got the Mariners 25 and 51. So Braves aren't the worst team in the major leagues. So let's take a look and see. And it'll be the Dodgers coming to town to take on the Braves. Hooting against Necro. Let's see how many game series this is. It's a two game series. Just a 2 game series against the Dodgers. So I want to thank John D for stopping by. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell and like button. Helps the channel out and don't cost you a dime. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.